Hey, good Tuesday evening, everyone. Meteorologist Collin Rogers here. It was a gray, cold, and damp day across the region. Had some rain, some snow showers, even some sleet mixing in at times. Many of us seeing all three different precipitation types throughout the day today. But the good news wasn't a whole lot of accumulation, if anything at all. Those roads stayed mainly wet. That's all thanks to those temperatures that were right around, if not slightly above freezing, for most of the day. Now, all of that precipitation moving off to the east now, and will be dry overnight. We'll just hold on to quite a bit of cloud cover for the overnight hours, and those temperatures are going to drop down into the 20s for most of us. Could see a little bit of clearing north of I-96, and they could really get cold tonight. Some areas like Big Rapids or Newaygo, Fremont rather, dropping down into the teens potentially tonight. So chilly night, but for most of us, the cloud cover will keep us reasonable in the 20s for late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Now, right now we are dry. Here's a live look over downtown Kalamazoo. Let me make this bigger for you here. All right, so dealing with cloudy skies over downtown Kalamazoo right now. Those roads starting to dry up a little bit, which is some good news because as those temperatures drop below freezing, any moisture that's trapped on those roads from earlier could become a little icy late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So a good sign that those roads are drying up right now before those temperatures do drop below freezing. Now we're watching the moisture move off to our east. Let's go ahead and take a look at satellite and radar. But we are still dealing with cloudy skies all across West Michigan. You'll notice we had some rain, some snow showers, a little bit of fog, a little bit of mist and drizzle. That's all now pushing off to the east. I'm not going to rule out a little bit of mist out there tonight, but most of us should stay dry with cloudy skies. You'll already start to notice a little bit of clearing occurring in northern Newaygo, northern Mecosta County. So where we do see clearing tonight, those temperatures could really drop, maybe into the teens for some areas. So let's go ahead and time things out hour by hour, your overnight hours. We'll notice those decreasing clouds north of I-96. Most of us, though, holding on to mainly cloudy skies tonight into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures will drop down into the 20s for most of us, but notice some areas like Fremont, Big Rapids, maybe flirting with the teens. So a pretty chilly night ahead. We'll notice mainly cloudy skies for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be warmer. Today we only topped off at 37 in Kalamazoo. We're projected to make it up into the mid-40s for your Wednesday. So some warmer temperatures on Wednesday. We'll just hold on to quite a bit of cloud cover. Wednesday night, holding on to cloudy skies, and Thursday will remain cloudy, but even warmer. High temperatures climbing up to near 50 degrees. And I'm not going to rule out a few spotty showers on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and into early Friday, but I think most of us end up staying dry during that time period. Keith and Melissa, good evening to you. Had to put a weighted dog vest on our 1-pound puppy. Yeah, anything to keep him warm and also dry maybe. We had some rain coming down, some snow coming down at times. Craig, guess the cold weather is here to stay. Craig, upper 40s, low 50s. So if you consider that cold, yeah, it's that time of year, but not bad. Our average high this time of year, 46 in Kalamazoo. So we do have some above average temperatures on the way for the end of the week. Carla, hello to you, checking in from West Portage. Thanks for tuning in, Carla. Ron asking, what's it look like over Thanksgiving for driving? Hope no snow. Little too early for Thanksgiving right now. Still about 9 days away. But I'll tell you this, it looks like we'll get colder. There's no doubt about that. The models are indicating some colder air rushing in for Thanksgiving and the weekend after Thanksgiving. Heading to your destinations, we look fine. Definitely no snow before Thanksgiving. But starting around Thanksgiving and into Black Friday especially, it looks like we'll have a colder shot of air. Do we see the storms line up and move over the right areas for us to see snow? That's still kind of a question, Ron. But we'll get some more clear answers for you here in the coming days. David encountered a touch of sleet around noon, and GR, thanks for that report, David. And Ron checking in from Three Rivers. All right. Hope you have a great Tuesday evening, Ron. Thanks for tuning in. All right. So precipitation moving off to the east. We're going to be dry tonight. It's going to be cold. 40s tomorrow, 50s for your Thursday for the most part. And we'll hold on to temperatures in the upper 40s, lower 50s here for the remainder of the week. and also as we cruise into the weekend. Not a bad weekend forecast. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 40s, the Maple Hill Holiday Parade. That's going on Saturday morning. Should have temperatures in the upper 30s, lower 40s for that parade, but the sun should be shining, so that'll be nice. And then, of course, the Battle Creek Parade, that's going on Saturday evening. Once again, should have temperatures upper 30s, lower 40s once that sun goes down, but we're dry all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Should see a lot of sunshine on Sunday as well, and temperatures in the lower 50s. That sun, of course, helps it to feel maybe a little warmer, when the sun is shining and it's a 50-degree day rather than a cloudy 50-degree day, right? All right, Jeanette, good evening to you. Yeah, cold, dreary day, no doubt about that. Some sunshine in the coming days, though. We'll be dealing with quite a bit of cloud cover throughout the next few days, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's going to be a system just off to our south. So we'll be dealing with mainly cloudy skies. Could see some breaks in the clouds, peaks of sunshine. But most of that rain is going to stay off to our south. So we don't have to worry about that. Maybe just a spotty shower late Thursday, early Friday. But the sunshine really returns over the weekend. That's when we'll see a good dose of it. All right, David, perfect looking weekend. One more chance to get some outdoor yard work done, rather. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, get all those leaves blown off the grass, the yard. It's amazing how many leaves are still on the trees, Hopefully we are not going to be dealing with a heavy snow before those leaves can finally fall, because that would not be good news. But I will say this, no snow chances for before Thanksgiving. That would be after Thanksgiving that we have any chance for some snow. So heading to your destinations, that is A-okay. We're not going to have any issues there, but heading back, that's when we could see some issues. Still too early to determine for sure. So Ken, good evening to you. When is it going to snow in the Kalamazoo area? Yeah, so like I was just saying, there's going to be a colder shot of air. Do we see snow? Maybe. Still too early to tell around Thanksgiving and the following weekend. So around Thanksgiving, Black Friday, the following weekend, we look to have a pretty cold shot of air move into the region, and that may trigger some lake effect snow. We may see a system bring us some snow, or maybe we're on the warm side of the system and we get a cold rain, right? That's all still to be determined, but that would be the earliest chance of seeing our next snow, Ken. Keith and Melissa, just going to wait because... Well, that's so exciting. Congratulations to Melissa. So happy to hear that she is cancer-free. That's some awesome news. Keith and Melissa, very happy to hear that. Keith will be back on Thursday, so I'm covering for him through Wednesday, and then he'll be back on Thursday. So he's just enjoying some well-deserved time off right now. David, even if system snow doesn't happen, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, if we get a northwesterly wind and cold enough air, that'll certainly trigger the lake effect machine. But once again, that's more than a week away. So still a lot of time for changes, right? Judy, I'm in the Ozarks and it was 85 today. Beautiful. All right. Bring some of that heat back with you, right? That sounds pretty nice, Judy. Hopefully it was a great trip. All right, here's your 10-day outlook. So this is what I was talking about. Notice between now and early next week, not bad. In the temperature department, at least, temperatures mid-40s, upper 40s, lower 50s, really through the next week or even 8 days or so. The 27th is Thanksgiving. The 28th is Black Friday. The 29th is the following weekend. Notice that's when we see that colder shot of air. The model's indicating a good chance at below average temperatures once again around Thanksgiving and the following days. So we'll see highs back down into the 20s and 30s. And we'll have to keep our eye on the chance for a bit more active of a pattern, right? So just keep that in mind. Keep a close eye on the forecast if you are going to be traveling around Thanksgiving time. I think getting to your destinations, A-okay. And then maybe we run into some issues heading home from Thanksgiving that following weekend and on Black Friday. Joanne, yeah. No, I totally get that, Joanne. No more sleep, please. I'll try my hardest. David, Oklahoma, new record high temperature for the month of November earlier this week at 93. That's scorching, right? It sounds more like something you have to deal with in August rather than November. Peggy, 50 sounds good. It sure does, Peggy. Let's go ahead and show you that 7-day real quick. We'll talk about the tonight forecast. maybe a few more spotty rain or snow showers. Those are moving out. I'll probably update that graphic for the show at 10 and 11 to just keep us dry tonight. Remaining cloudy, temperatures dropping down into the 20s, maybe a few dropping down into the upper teens north of I-96 tonight. They'll see a little bit more clearing up there. Tomorrow, not bad. Mid-40s, mainly cloudy skies. Could see a few spotty showers late Thursday night, early Friday. Most of that rain should stay off to our south, though. Originally it looked like that system was going to move right through West Michigan. We've seen an extreme southern shift with that storm. So now we're mainly dry. Maybe just a few spotty showers late Thursday, early Friday. But temperatures, upper 40s, lower 50s for highs. Not bad at all. Our average high, 46 in Kalamazoo. So we'll be above average late week and into the weekend. Some more sunshine on tap for the weekend. And we look to remain above average into early next week as well. Monday, Tuesday, upper 40s, low 50s. And then we'll start to cool down a little bit next Wednesday, next Thursday, already Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? So I get hungry every time I mention Thanksgiving. And I'm just realizing that my cord is like blocking me from scooting my chair, and I've been trying to adjust it for the last 5 minutes. But overall, pretty quiet 7-day forecast for us here in West Michigan. We have the chance for some spotty showers, but temperatures fairly consistent over the next 7 days. Maybe a spotty shower late Thursday, early Friday. Otherwise, we should be dry. Some more clouds around for the rest of the work week, but more sunshine on tap for the weekend. And I think we're all glad about that, right? We love when that nice weather coincides with our weekend. David, grew up in Oklahoma City. 80 is possible every month of the year there. Yeah, it's always something down in that area. Texas as well. Even when I was in Virginia, we'd be in the 70s for a few days in February, and then the next week it's snowing. All right, Barbara, you'll take this weather. You're very welcome. Joanne, yeah, it sure does. Why does 50 degrees feel so warm in March, but so cool in November? Okay, good question. Joanne asking, why does 50 degrees feel so warm in March, but so cool in November? It all comes down to the sun angle. So right now, the sun angle very low, right? So the closer we get to the winter solstice, that sun is a lot lower in the sky. It's at a lower angle. So that sun can really heat things up in March because by March, we're already getting close to the spring equinox, right? Or the spring equinox. So the sun is at a higher angle. So it's going to heat us up a little more. It's going to feel a little warmer, that sun, when it's higher up in the sky. So good question there. Yeah, it always feels a little cooler in November, December, January than it would in March. That March sun angle is a lot stronger. That's also why the snow melts a lot quicker in March, even though those temperatures may be below freezing sometimes, right? If the sun is shining, it's going to melt that snow pretty quick in the month of March. Good question, Joanne. Timmy, Battle Creek in the house. Michelle, hello to you. Hopefully you're having a great evening. Jesse, good evening from the Berg. Is it going to be bad for Acorn? Not sure what you're asking there, Jesse. Rocky, good evening to you. Yeah, it was a chilly day for sure. No signs of snow before Thanksgiving. But after Thanksgiving, that could be a different story. Can't wait for the holiday parades either. Yeah, it's a big day on Saturday, right? Dress warm, but it should be fun. It's been a lot worse weather-wise. We've had a lot of snow, the rain. At least we're dry. Temperatures upper 30s, low 40s. Not bad at all. Keith and Melissa saying they're having tacos for dinner or for Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, food is food. As long as you're together, celebrating being together and thankful for it, food is food, right? My mom's saying, go gobble gobble. I'm assuming you're talking about James Franklin and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Big hire there. All right, Mikey, happy Taco Tuesday. You're very welcome. Thank you so much, David. Yeah, March sun equal to September sun. Exactly. It's a lot stronger. Jesse saying 10 people coming over for Thanksgiving next Thursday. Sounds like a good time, Jesse. And Acorn Farms and Scotts is going to be bad. Oh, no. Really quiet weather for everyone all across West Michigan over the next 7 days. And Mikey, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Mikey. All right, so here's your 7-day forecast. Pretty quiet, just a few spotty showers. Thursday, late in the day. Friday, early morning. I think most of us stay dry. I'll be on Arc West Michigan tonight at 10, News Channel 3 at 11. And then meteorologist Jeff Porter and Dark and Early tomorrow, 4:30 to 9 on News Channel 3, again at noon. I'll be back in for Keith tomorrow. So we'll do, with a Facebook Live. I'll be on the shows 5, 5:30, 6, 10, 11 again tomorrow. Keith will be back on Thursday. If you don't follow me on Facebook, it's Collin Rogers, WWMT, on Twitter, or X, Collin_WWMT. Hopefully you all have a great evening. It's Tuesday. We're almost halfway through the week. We're almost there, Tomorrow's hump day. Then we got Friday Junior, and then it's Friday. We're cruising through the week, right? Hey, have a great evening. Stay warm tonight, and I'll see you all tomorrow.